Are your teachers really the ones who inspire you, or do you have other maybe recorded artists that really inspire you, or makes you continue playing?
Absolutely, my teachers are a huge inspiration to me, and I was really fortunate to study with some really amazing women who I admire in many different ways, not only for their flute playing, but they're really great people. And I think that's one of the great things about music is that you spend a lot of time one-on-one with someone who's a lot older than you and who's worked really hard at what they do, and that's inspiring in itself. I mean, there's so many fantastic flutists that you can listen to as a musician. Some of my favorites are Marianne Gadigian, Lorna McGee, Dennis Borikoff is really phenomenal, and there's like so many others, it's too many to list. Some of the great classic players like Julius Baker and Jean-Pierre Rampal, Paula Robeson, they're great flutists.
And so it sounds like you are mostly immersed in the classical world, is that correct?
Yes, that's definitely correct.
What kind of advice do you want to give to people who might try something and feel a little bit discouraged because they don't actually really like it?
Well, I would first say if you don't like the instrument, that's one thing, but I also think that learning an instrument is really challenging. And so if you're not getting the sound that you want, if you know that you like the sound of the instrument and there's not something that you're getting yet, keep working at it because it takes a long time to develop a good sound on any instrument. So don't give up if you're just feeling discouraged. But if you listen to a lot of recordings and that sound isn't really what you think is you, that's not your personality, then try something else. When you're choosing your instrument especially, just spend a lot of time, go listen to a live concert if you can and see like what instruments really stick out to you, what are you interested in. Listen to lots of recordings of famous players on that instrument. You can search on the internet and find out who the most highly lauded performers are on that instrument and really see like, is this instrument for you? Is this something that you can see yourself expressing yourself through?
Yeah, and I think that that's sometimes one of the hardest things is wanting to sound like something but not having that skill set yet.
Right.
So what do you tell your students when they're struggling to get to that point?
Well, I mean, progress is not linear. So a lot of times we'll have really quick progress for a while and then we'll hit a plateau and we don't make any progress for a while. Or we are making progress, but we can't really feel that it's happening. So part of it is just persevering through those kind of difficult times where you feel like you're up against a wall and nothing's changing or you don't see the results of all your hard practice right away. And then the other part is just having really good guidance and figuring out what you need to do to make a good sound. Like there's a lot of work that goes into that and a lot of experimentation and figuring out with the flute the right angles for your air, the right way to shape your mouth, the right way to use your body to have the most resonance possible out of the instrument.
How are students going to get over those plateaus while they're practicing musician?
Whenever I hit a place where I am really frustrated, I feel like, I'm not getting anywhere, or the things that I'm working on are kind of sounding the same day after day. It's really helpful for me to listen to recordings or go to a great concert or to have a great lesson. So I think if you can really immerse yourself in the materials that you have available to you to figure out how to continue improving, that's one of the best things you can do. And also just to find inspiration, however you need to do that through a concert or listening or talking with someone who's a great musician.